y'all, this is a quick little 10-minute video showing a low, softly textured bun. So the hair has already been prepped. I've used lots of texture spray. There is back combing that I used powder play on to get some soft volume. And then I've gone in with a smoothing lotion. So it's very, very lightweight. I think the brand that I used was Air. Just to really control any flyaways. This bun, we want to be soft and textured and pretty, but not messy. No flyaways, no kind of tangles or anything like that. So first, you'll see I am securing the crown. Instead of using pins, I'm holding it in place using the metal duck bill clips. This is going to allow me to still fine tune the piecing that I'm doing throughout the crown area. And then once that's done, I'm going to put it in a ponytail and I will have not had to use any bobby pins. So that's kind of nice just for not using a ton of pins, but also once you pin it in, it's really hard to get that soft texture. And it's kind of the same when you put in a rubber band. Often if you rubber band the hair and then you pull out to piece it out, you end up with fuzziness, and instead of the piecing coming out nice and full and fluffy, it can come out thin and rather messy looking. So I have my crown placed in. I'm using just some soft spray wax to really define it and again keep it nice and clean and smooth. I'm also going to do some hairspray in there to really hold in what I have happening. I'm really taking my time with this. This is a simple style. I did it in 10 minutes. Granted, that was on hair that was already prepped. But it's important to take the time to do the smoothing and to get your piecing out and your texture placed before you place that bobby pin. So take your time with that. Make sure it's how you like it. And then you'll see here I am pulling the rest of the hair into a black rubber band. It's not at the hairline because I want this to be sitting just above / on the hairline. So my ponytail's a little bit higher. And next I'm going to go in with the sides and I'm going to utilize that same technique using a duck bill clip. So first giving it some soft texture, which again is only possible because I prepped the heck out of this hair. There is a lot of product in here to make the hair work how I want it to work. So I've pulled that side piece back, pieced it out a little bit, and I'm securing with a duck bill before I move on to the other side. So you can see I just have it set there on top of the ponytail, and I am working through the other side, getting it smoothed out and brought back to the center where I have the ponytail. Still using a little bit of that dry spray wax, dry wax spray to help with frizz control while I am piecing it out. And now I've got that piece back and I'm going to add another ponytail. I like doing it this way because it allows me to control each section as I pull it back. And not utilizing pins during this is so helpful because it gets really thick if there's a ton of pins there by the ponytail. And it can make the pinning that I'm going to do in a little bit just a lot harder. There's more to run into. So you can see she's basically just got a really nice, soft, textured ponytail at this point. I really think it's key to do your texturizing, your fluffing before you put in an elastic. Oh, that's the smoothing spray lotion that I use. I really like it. It's lightweight. Mannequins tend to have their hair's a little bit fuzzier, but it can also hold a lot of product. It can handle a lot. So, use it with care when using it on a live human. It might just be a little bit too much for some people's hair, but for this back portion where I'm going to be twisting it, I really want it smooth, and the only way to get a nice smooth updo, a nice smooth twist, is to have that frizz controlled from the beginning. So I'm showing you a bun that does not have that little hole in the middle. So this is my version of a bun. A lot of my brides have loved this over the last year, and bridesmaids as well. So I've split my ponytail into two. I twisted the one section, and now I'm wrapping it up like you would a bun. I'm wrapping it starting at the side and going up and around that ponytail. As I'm securing it, I am piecing it out and texturizing it. I am using dark pins for this, so I'm paying extra close attention to make sure that you're not seeing any of my pins. And you can see there I have the tail still hanging down on that left-hand side, but before I keep securing, I want to make sure I have the texture how I want it and that I have the rest of this twist secured how I want it. So I'm securing a little more on that bottom area and all around to make sure that my twist, my circle, is perfect. So I'm grabbing that tail and just twisting it and securing it along the side. So that is my circle of my bun. And again, I'm trying very hard to manage my shape and piece and texture it out as I work. Not as up close as I would like this video to be, but it's not the worst either. I'm just tacking that bottom of that portion under the hair, and I will kind of deal with that later. Looks like in this one, I was able to collect it into my next twist. So I'm twisting and I'm going around the opposite direction. So you can see I'm still twisting and I'm going to go around the opposite side. So I'm going to have a new little bottom for that hole, if you can, hopefully that makes sense. See right there, I'm filling in the bottom of that circle. And then instead of going around, I'm holding it and I'm going through the middle. Now I'm securing it on one end, and I'm not securing it like I'm still using my hands to kind of hold it because I want to be able to still piece it out and texturize it how I want. So you can see the ends of that are now at the bottom. Well, I kind of work through getting that piece placed how I like it. I'm fluffing, and securing the sides, making sure that my twists aren't sticking out at any weird angles, and I still got like a nice cohesive shape around the head. She got a little wobbly on me there. So then I'm just going to take that other piece, twist it. You can see that tail that I have left over. It's not very much. It's rather fine. I'm grabbing a pin and I am going to tuck it underneath my, I call it a bun, and it is, I guess, sort of a bun. So I'm tucking it underneath my bun and still just piecing and making sure that it's perfect. I'm using a little bit of that dry spray wax for any frizz control to make sure I don't have any like random little hairs kind of poking out. And I will go in with a light hairspray as well to really lock it in place. Making sure that the bottom there is secured to the head so that's not, flapping around. And just kind of, making sure it's all secure. And it's the Kenra medium hold hairspray. I really like it when I'm still kind of fine-tuning and updo. So I'm looking at the sides. And right here, and I'll put my finger kind of right there, it feels like that could be a little closer to the head. So I'm just going in and I'm going to insert my pin really vertically with the hair. So I'm not like picking up any of the outer hair. I'm just going on the inside of that twist and then pushing it back towards the head so that I get a shape that I like. Remember to always check your sides to make sure there's no pins and that you like the shaping of the entire thing.